happen.
Psych.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday Night Live. Sorry about that. We were busy running our gums with each other, and I forgot to bring us into the studio.
Oops.
Let's say hi to everybody's here. Starla's here. Starla missed last week, but she was getting taken care of.
Yep.
I think we can forgive you, Starla.
Yeah.
Seriously. Terminator's here. Hope you're getting past the winter finally.
HG.
Jane, howdy. HG's insert comical remark. Yeah. Tambra's here. Let's see here. Who else is here? Oh, Half Bubble Off Plum. The dude with one of the best names on the internet.
I miss you so much. Are you going to get your butt up here for camp?
Let's see here. Let's see. Beth Emily's here. Did I say hi to Jane?
Yep.
Said hi to Jane.
Mm-hmm.
Lynn's here. How you doing, Lynn? Let's see. Going down. Man, Skeens is here.
It's rocking tonight.
The working girl. And a lot of good people here tonight.
Hey, look. Yep. No collar.
No collar. Can you show him your scar?
I don't know. Oh, I got to figure out the camera.
She's still a little sore.
Yeah.
She overdid it.
Yeah.
Sunday? Yesterday.
No, what when's no
Sunday when we were working in the garden.
Sunday. I'm like thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking. It's Sunday, yeah. Saturday
when we were working.
You sure?
Anyway, glad you guys made it. It's the weather's finally turning off nicer. We got some work done outside. What did you do this week?
Oh my gosh.
What's going on with you this week?
So,
hello. How you doing?
Joseph, hopefully you got a lot of the stuff I sent and that kind of thing. I'll have to go back through emails and get his phone number. I could send him directly. Hopefully you got everything. Hopefully you got my message that I sent at the end. Oh, we did. Good. Good. And then, oh gosh. So I tried to get out in the garden. I had my chair, I've got one of those garden stools that, you can get on your knees.
Let's backtrack a little bit. Mm-hmm. So Wednesday, she went to the doctor's office. It was a big day at the doctor's office. And
yeah, it was Wednesday.
She came out. I was so mad. I was sitting in the truck and she was mad at me. And I was like, why are you upset? Well, they did not give her the 100% sign off.
I don't have the all clear.
And so she actually had to talk to another doctor at her rehab
to even be able to drive.
Yeah.
And then my collar. So if there's a quote fall risk, I have to wear my collar. So collar when I walk out on the property.
Which she doesn't do. Son of Hacks is in the house. You guys having fun? Yeah.
Collar when there's people around. We had our community meeting on Saturday and I was like, oh, I don't need a collar. It'll be fine. Everybody knows what happened, that kind of thing. And Mrs. Hacks was all around me trying to make sure I didn't trip or fall over anybody. So I guess I do need my collar once in a while.
Yeah, every now and then. People are watching you.
Yeah. But
Tamber says, wear the brace as long as they say to.
Yeah, they're talking 8 more weeks. So I don't have to sleep with it. But
she doesn't have to wear it all the time.
Yeah. I don't have to sleep with it and that kind of thing. Thank God, I don't have to bathe with it anymore. So it's just crazy.
Son of Hacks and Hacks himself are getting so much information on their little trip that their brains are exploding.
That's awesome. I forgot you guys were on that. Yes, nice. That's awesome. So
hey, Billy says hi.
Hey, Billy.
Everybody say hi to Billy.
Permafashion Farms. Hello.
But she didn't get cleared, and there's a couple of things you learned between Wednesday and Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Number one, your stamina.
Yeah.
Tell them about your stamina.
Like, why are we?
Because they need to know how you're doing. They
okay. So I have the problem that I am 0 to 60. And I cannot believe these words are coming out of my mouth. I just had surgery and I should not be going 0 to 60. And I need to be doing what I'm told. I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like it. So I'm just doing here and there, trying to do everything, still want to contribute to our property, having a hard time doing that. Like he came in and so we were out in the garden doing some stuff. We had one of the raised beds. We needed to get some stuff out. I had some rue, some mountain savory.
This story leads into the second thing that she figured out.
Yeah, the rue, the mountain savory, all that. You know, they start to get into bushes. And so I asked G, I said, can you help me? He had to dig them up, right? I can't do it. I'm at 15-pound limit now.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't like shovel in and do all that stuff. And so G transplanted all of them. I'm like on my chair and I'm cutting and I'm doing this. And as I'm leaning over, I'm like, oh, that's not a good idea. And then I can't remember I came in and I needed to get some rest because I knew my body was just like it stank. And so I came in to get some rest, and this one comes in and he goes, are you leaving me with that mess? And what I figured out, what takes me at old Angela 5 minutes to do takes me 3 days.
Well, and your neck still hurts.
Yes.
She was complaining Sunday night because her neck was hurting really bad. Really bad. So she's got, she's not like me. She can't go out and pour a concrete pad 3 days after having a stent put in her.
Hey.
Well, it just takes you a little bit longer to bounce back from something.
Well, I'm going to play the lady card now. I'm not a man. How about that? Oh, okay. Did I just offend everybody out there? I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know.
And part of the reason why I was calling her out Sunday was because I had a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to do, and I ended up spending all afternoon.
There are emergencies, though. The strawberry bed, that was sad.
Oh my gosh! Tell me about the strawberry. First off, it all starts with the windstorm Friday night. I don't know how it was where you guys were or are, but it was gusting up to 60 miles an hour.
I think it got up to 70
and
80.
It was bad. Yeah. And the wind blew the strawberry bed apart because it's a three-tiered aluminum thing, lightweight aluminum thing. Yeah. It blew it all apart. So then fast forward to Sunday, what happened?
I'm outside, and because he's like, get outside, you need vitamin D, just sit and let the sun soak up. And so I like watching the chickens and turkeys and guineas and all of that. And so I'm outside and I'm watching them, and they're all in my strawberry bed. So I'm like, let me go out and see what they're doing. And I walk out there and I look, there's like roots up everywhere. They're doing their thing, scratching. Everything is up there. So I came in. I'm like, we kind of have an emergency. You think you can help me with this? So G and I went out there, and I was all sprawled out on the ground. He was a good helper. And so I was all sprawled out on the ground. He got the soil. You did the buckets and figured out what we could plant everything in and did all that.
She was yanking stuff out of the ground quicker than I could get it transplanted.
Well, he's like, slow down.
And I finally had to tell her, yes, slow down.
So he's like, slow down. And so I slowed down and I quit so he could do everything. And then he's like, is that all of them? And I'm like, no, we have a completely other side of the bed. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, you said slow down. So anyway, Sam, hey, Randy, damn, we got everybody in here. You guys rock. So that was a busy day, and that busy day took a lot out of me. And so that sucks. And then
you got to do something neat on Friday. You want to tell them about that?
Oh, what I do need on Friday, I forgot.
You went someplace and talked to somebody? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't as important as what I thought it was.
Oh yeah. So doing interviews, doing all that stuff. I forgot. I thought we talked about that already, but damn, my weeks are like everything's combining. Yeah. So job interviews are going. I kind of feel like maybe I'm too old, not enough stamina, that kind of thing. Starting to feel a little bit of discrimination when I go into interviews and doing stuff. I really do. But that interview was good. So we'll see what happens. But Got a feeling it's going to be a while before I hear anything from them. So we'll see. I'm still applying and getting stuff done.
Yeah.
I got two resumes over to some companies.
Doesn't mean
today.
the side business is completely dead, but we're putting the brakes on it a little bit.
Well, not really, right?
Well, the going to festivals and stuff like that.
Oh, we're just being careful with that because my condition and that kind of thing. But yeah, so you want to explain this? Y'all love this. What a great farmer's market.
Speaking of the business, so this is our
and maybe 3 gallons.
Our bag. It's you get this on the Bonfire Store. We're putting together a donation for Midwest Preparedness Festival. And instead of putting it in a plastic bucket this time, we're going to put it in one of our branded totes. And I have to admit,
some of y'all are going to use anyway.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, people will use that more than they'll use a tote.
Yeah, y'all have buckets, so.
unless the end of the world comes. But anyway,
we'll see.
You know what? It's way better quality than I thought it was going to be, and it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. So I'm pretty happy. We're trying to figure out a way to get the price reduced and be able to drop ship, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's either going to be Ghost or it's going to be me. So we'll see what happens. So I think I can get those done.
Let's see. Joseph Jesus, this is why multi-generational households are so beneficial.
We're probably talking about something up there.
Oh.
But yeah. Oh no.
Well, thank you, Starla. She loves that bag.
Do you need a multi-generational household if you got like a crew and community online?
Well, okay. Put a one in the comment section if you're not quite sure the benefits of a multi-generational household and the history of it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the single family household is a relatively new thing in American culture.
Mm-hmm. What would you say, 1950s, 60s?
No, I was even later than that because I remember.
Your family is different from most of America, though, right?
You live in the big urban places; they're multi-generational.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's only been recently that people have lived in single family units. Normally, it's 1 or 2 generations, sometimes 3 generations in the same household, and the benefits of that is number one, continuity.
Mm-hmm. While you do that, I'm going to go get what also happened this week.
Okay. One thing is continuity. It keeps the family going in the same direction because everybody's there on the same page all the time. Number 2, it increases familial ties. Your families tend to be much more tight when you got a multi-generational house. Plus, you've got people in the household that can take care of kids, school-age kids, while the parents work, or take care of the older people when they get too old to work. So there's a lot of benefits to it, and I really wish, or I really would like to see it go back to that. Oh, speak of multi-generational.
This reminded me of it.
These are our new bottle babies. These are the new house guests.
Yeah, and they stinky. They need wood chips.
Yeah, I know. I need to do it.
Yeah.
But this one's the male and that one's the female.
And you can tell by their ears, this one is going to be a kinder. So ears are down. That's a Nubian pygmy mix. These are twins. This one's going to take more of the pygmy, but the size of a Nubian, probably you do not need a bottle. Quit. You just ate fat bellies. But anyway, those are the cuties. And they're available. Skeins, they're available.
Take care of the weeds on your property. Well, the good thing is if you breed them, you'll be able to get milk out of them. Yeah, Skeins is already planning how to make a goat paddock. Yeah, they ended up the mama ended up being one of the really young ones that probably should not have bred, and
she said, "Nope, I'm not going to be a mama."
Yeah, well, she didn't know how, and then she's super skittish, and anytime I take the babies out there, she'd run away because I was there, and I couldn't just leave the babies because they're so small, and the flock is so rough sometimes. I didn't want them getting hurt, So we just decided we're gonna bottle feed them, and then once they get of age,
we'll sell them or
sell
give them away.
Yeah, sell them or give them away.
Yeah.
But they're cute. They're cute. They're completely different.
And they're sweet.
Well, it's raising them is completely different than raising the sheep.
Way different. And so, and
They pee more.
I've had bottle babies, and usually when you're doing colostrum, you're feeding every 2 hours. These guys, they're like, I don't even care. And I've got a schedule, like overnight, no feeding. You get them in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I get them about 11 o'clock, and then 4 o'clock, 4:30 in there. They're like, okay, I'm hungry again. And then I'll feed them probably about 8:39. They'll be done.
What's the preference, goats or sheep?
Oh, that's hard. They both do something different.
For ease of maintenance, sheep. Goats wake up every morning and say, how am I going to kill myself today?
Right.
And then they spend the rest of the day trying to get out of the paddock and eat everything. And they can get out. There can be an entire field of grass with one tree out in the middle of it that's productive, that you've nurtured, and you're raising it.
You're ready for that fruit.
And they will run right past all that fresh grass and right to that tree and destroy that tree.
Yeah.
On the flip side, you can milk sheep. I've never done it, and I don't ever plan on doing it.
No.
Unless we're dying in a post-apocalyptic world.
We'll make it work.
I'm not. So you can get goats and the milk. Love goat's milk. The fresh goat's milk, whenever it's done properly, is
the cheese, and I've sold lots of the cheese.
Yeah, the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make the soap out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And utilitarian wise, the goats are much more. Now, I'm not a big fan of goat meat. Be honest with you. The only place I've ever eaten it is in Mexico and the Middle East. And
Mexico does it pretty good.
No, I'm sorry. Just it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
You didn't get it from the right person.
It was in Ensenada.
Oh, that's probably why. Seriously.
Really?
You don't know how that is. Yeah.
It had that goaty taste.
Oh, they didn't separate it. You got to separate the males.
Let's see here. We can start the trend. Sheep milk soap. Yeah, I'm not milking it. I'm not milking a sheep. I'm
come here, Skanes. You milk them all you want. Storm damage. Yeah, we got hit.
Well, we didn't have any damage per se.
Oh man, we were dealing with fires. Crap was blowing around like you wouldn't believe. Things have disappeared. Some things have shown up. I mean, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, the fires. That's one thing we did have Friday. In fact, it was it was smoky enough that you could smell it in the air and you could see it.
You were choking, and our cars have ash and everything on it. Did you see that? Yeah. So yeah, close and bad.
A couple of we lost power. We were out of power for 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, utility pole got broken off because of the wind.
Yep.
But friends of ours stopped by. They were roaming around checking out all the fires.
Thank goodness.
And they were driving up the road, and behind the neighbor's house, they're like, yeah, there's fires back there.
And then EMS showed up across the street. Somebody was having a panic attack.
Yeah.
So we just had all kinds of stuff over here.
But we walked down the
neighbor.
Scott and I walked down to the neighbor's place and pointed out, said, hey, you got some stuff burning back here. Because they did a prescribed burn down the day before the winds kicked in. Was that Thursday? And there was some.
Oh no, I think they did that like Tuesday or Wednesday.
But there was still some smoldering stuff, and the wind blew so hard it ignited it again. So there was fire over there, and they finally went out there. What, 10 o'clock? You said?
No, it was earlier than that, wasn't it? So I think I went out like, I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock. They had it all lit up, and definitely white smoke was coming up. So they had water on it. They were taking care of it. So yeah, Texas was devastated with winds.
Well, and there was a huge 50-car pileup on I-70 out by Colby Friday night.
It was just crazy. It was a crazy storm. Yeah. So,
but we live down here in this valley, and when it's blowing hard up the top,
we almost don't know.
Yeah, sometimes we don't know it. Let's see here. Son of Hack says, the wind has been bad enough in Kansas that it caused 71 car pileup. Yeah. With some casualties. I thought it was a 50 car pileup.
No, there was one girl that died even closer north to Peak, I think. So,
but you get used to it. We didn't have these kinds of winds back on the Missouri side.
No,
we did every now and then.
I remember
every now and then we'd get a big windstorm. We get a bunch of trees down.
The fires. I don't remember the fires in Missouri. We didn't have that.
Used to get them down south. Remember down by Clinton when they had those big fires.
I don't, but could be. I could see it.
And let's see here. No prescribed burn for me. USDA wanted to do until I showed them I had more than 4 inches of leaves and pine straw. Oh my gosh. They turned and ran from that. Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
At some point you're gonna have to take care of that though, Randy. That's a huge fire hazard.
Yeah. Hey, Rosie.
Hope things are going well for you. Let's see. What else do we do? The truck. Been working on the truck, trying to make it more accessible. Got step sides on it, but it was really nice.
Accessible to you or to me?
You can get in it now.
I can get in it. I still have not driven it, so we'll see.
But what was really nice was moving all the stuff that was in the old truck to the new truck. Everything that we had accumulated over the years, it was a very jumbled mess in there. And even when I tried cleaning up, it was still never right. And I was able to go in and organize stuff and make it so everything fits in there better. And it's just, everything's easier to find now. I got a proper tool bag in there. I got a proper bag for all the
what the difference is? What the difference is?
What?
We're not traveling 2 hours to build a cabin.
Well, yeah.
That's the difference.
That does help.
Yeah. Yep.
I still need to get the fire extinguisher in there though. We've got one that
I thought you ordered one.
No, I didn't. Okay. They're expensive. We got one that'll go in, that can go in there. I just haven't put it in there yet. We're making it so it's much more efficient than the other truck.
Baby boy is the grandbaby. His plants are coming up, starting to anyway.
Oh, where this is?
Yeah, the squash and sunflowers.
Remind them about why you're where.
Oh yeah, so our grandson, his birthday is the end of the month. We'll put it that way, and so there's a birthday party, and we're gonna do. I'm gonna put that together. By the way. So there's a garden bench. I got him, that kind of thing. I'm going to go ahead and put it together because we buy stuff for them and it never gets put together. It sits in a box in the garage.
Good thing your son's not on here.
Yeah, I don't even care. He knows. And so I'm going to put it together, get all that done. And then we've got the Vever bed. We're going to go get that. And you're going to make soil for that, right? You're going to put it in the truck, or how are we going to do that?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. I got to sift it. I got a great big pile of dirt over there, but it's got bamboo roots and sticks and all kinds of stuff.
I don't want to do that to them. Your son won't take care of it.
That's why I have to sift it out. Okay. I have to get all that stuff out of it.
It's
good dirt. It's good
he'll
dirt.
Decide. We'll figure out what to do as far as dirt wise. And I got plants started for him. So even the watermelon's coming up. I'm so excited about that. So, he's going to have some good stuff. And I'll tell you what, those kids, they're not stupid. They go get their food from the garden. They're going to love it.
Somebody had a birthday today.
Oh,
didn't tell anybody.
Oh, she's older than me. Okay.
That's pretty old.
Stop it.
Well, happy birthday, everybody wish Rose a happy birthday.
Should we sing for her?
No, I'm not singing.
We did it before. It was
love you, Rosie. Love you, Rosie. I'm not singing for
We're going to save you from us singing. We did.
My daughter and my son-in-law are making maple syrup right now. Oh,
yeah. Who was I talking to? Oh, I was talking to Kiri, and her husband got out and tapped some trees, and they're going to have some maple syrup. So I'm excited. She'll make something and do something with it.
Me and a buddy tried tapping some maple trees. So we don't have the sugar maples here. We've got the silver maples and what's the other one? But the sugar content in them is way low. Then we tried tapping them and it was a spectacular failure. Maybe we need to hit Glenn up next time we see him and have him
kind of figure out what the difference is. It might be the cold, do you think?
No, we just didn't do it right.
Or where you hit it, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I talked to Glenn about that. So
yeah, that was but you know what? That's part of doing what we do is we make these mistakes.
Trial and error.
Yeah. Let's see what else did we do this week?
We got our first turkey egg today.
Got our first turkey egg. Yep, that's a good thing.
I've been getting on average 21 eggs a day. So we're finding
how many did you end up putting in the incubator?
60 plus.
So we got 60 plus eggs.
I gotta get another incubator started.
No, you don't.
Well, if the turkey's starting to lay, I gotta separate. Went ahead and put that one egg in because I'm keeping the humidity up. But
the one you showed me,
yeah, but it's kind of iffy. So
you know that after 14 days, the humidity needs to go down a little bit, according to the book.
Right, they're separate. So that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to get another incubator.
As long as you're not doing another 60 chickens.
No.
Well, and we were talking. We figured out we can do 3 runs over the course of the summer, and
3 or 4.
Hey, left them free.
Hi.
But we figured out we could do 3 or 4 runs of chicks in the incubator if we need to. And we're getting to the point now where
there's a chicken shortage, so we need to think about that, right?
Yeah.
So do you want me to save that, or you want to talk about that now? Or
well, no, we're as a community, we're going to start doing things like livestock exchange and plant exchange and stuff. So maybe having some to sell or something would be nice
to barter with.
Yeah, but we don't.
So there's that, but yeah, no, there's a chicken shortage. Cackle Hatchery, I get notices from them. I got to check out some of the other hatcheries, and shipping has halted in some cases for some birds. So the meat birds specifically, y'all figure that one out. Bye.
So Randy says, what's that say? Where'd you get your guns?
Where you at?
Mine? Are you talking about a turkey or
where you at, babe?
Right here.
Mine just started laying again, but sparingly. What do you feed per laying? So we free range, and
well, they get they get
scraps.
They get a little bit of the 22% protein that we.
No, it's not 22%.
I thought the stuff for the goats and sheep was 22%.
When we get it in bulk,
we're buying it in bulk now.
Well, you're but you were buying some, so now they just started.
It was 12% when we're buying them.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So at 12%, we were getting eggs, but not really getting a bunch. And now they're back up to 22%. It might be 21.
Tex said bees hatching a bunch. Are you using that great big incubator there?
No, Hitch has that. I think.
Okay.
And they're hatching.
Right. But it'll be, if we could make a little bit of side money, enough to pay for the animals
to pay for the feed or whatever.
But they are getting a little bit of 22%, Randy.
I think
not much. I make them
2021.
I make them free range as much as possible, and they do get scraps. They're not starving. That's for definite. That's for sure.
I made the mistake of going out. I was telling him, so I had some bread, and I make our bread, and so the one loaf was starting to get a little moldy. I saw a spot in there. I'm like, oh, that's done. I'll make bread tomorrow. And so I took that out. I was in my flip flops.
Yeah. Big mistake.
Number one.
Okay.
Don't ever feed chickens, ducks, and guineas with flip flops.
So HE says there's a decent supply of chicks at Bushnell, kind of like Tractor Supply.
Mm-hmm.
They get them from Hoover Hatchery, but they seem to be selling out there.
Yeah.
Tractor Supply and Orchlands too fast.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing
people are panicking.
Well, that's one thing we noticed at the Tractor Supply here when we went up there for some other stuff, is that they did not have a lot of chicks, which meant that they were selling fast. And then
or they didn't get a lot.
They had one the first couple of days they had quite a few.
Okay.
But the Cackle Hatchery, which is the big outfit down in Lebanon, Missouri, is like curtailing orders and they're shipping stuff out as fast as they can because they're having a hard time keeping up. Well,
Cackle Hatchery is actually canceling trucks right now.
Are they?
Yeah. So that was the news that came up today. And I follow them. Like, it was a little boy. He started it. Parents helped him. Family run. Really good. Really good. We've been impressed with their chicks. Yep. You know, never had a problem. So
Bill, Mr. Zeg.
But now they got issues. So starting to see it. I got some other canning news. We'll save that one. But what are you looking at?
So HG says Rhode Island Red. I'm not sure what the BR is, like cross as well as Cinnamon Queen. $5 a chick. Holy,
damn,
we're in the wrong business. Chicks are more expensive than eggs now.
Yeah, are they? Yeah. I don't know. So we'll see. I got some eggs. I'm taking a physical therapy.
Well, that, and we were talking. We're going to do the honor box at my work to sell eggs, and we're just going to drop. We were selling them at $4 a dozen last summer.
We're doing 3,
and I'm going to do 3 because people just there's no sense. There's no sense in making people pay.
3 is fine.
Yeah,
and then we know people are eating too. But if I start getting personal orders, I know how many eggs we get in by the day and what we can actually sell. Then if nobody signs up by subscription at your work, then I'm gonna do that in honor of.
I don't have my glasses on, and I thought Tamara said that her chickens were mystic morons.
Morans, copper morans.
Our chickens are morons. And I'll be honest, we got some barred rock. We got some.
There's no barred rock in there.
What are the little black and white ones?
I don't even remember.
Orpingtons?
There were some guys. So yeah, Orpingtons.
Orpingtons.
And so here's what happens. So all the city people just coming. I really don't mean this bad. So take it with a grain of salt. Let it roll off your back. All the people just moving to the country and that kind of thing. Everybody gets birds. Oh my gosh, there's a shortage. We know. So we'll go ahead and hatch. We'll do that and get our chickens and everything up like we want because we know we're going to have a loss in the winter, right? You're going to have predators and that kind of thing. When winter comes, everybody's going to be done with their chickens and I'm going to have to go pick them up. So I'll be all over the place picking up random chickens and bringing them in. But I think what we're going to do for those that really care about their chickens, we're going to love them. We're going to take care of them.
Oh, do we finally get to start the
We're doing that,
home?
Yes.
Awesome.
We are going to be your chicken retirement home. And when your chickens come here, you can pet them, you can feed them.
They got to pay. They got to pay for their upkeep, though.
Yeah. What's the fee?
I have
$35.
I have not done a business study and figured out the number.
I'm thinking $35 a month per chicken. So there you go. Oh, they'll pay.
No, they won't.
Yeah, they will.
Oh man. So what else has been going on here? The meat. So I'm doing carnivore again. I think I said that. So since Thursday of last week, aside from cheese, I have not eaten anything that did not come off of one of the local properties, either our property or somebody that we know. I'm getting milk from neighbor Chris, and I'm eating eggs and lamb off of our property. And I'll tell you what, so I started that Thursday, and I started it Wednesday. Friday, I woke up with a massive headache, and the only thing I can figure out was my body was purging all the crap out of my system that's in the food that I ate.
HG, I don't want your parents here. It's not going to happen. Oh my gosh. We don't self-identify here.
Cost you a lot more than $35 a month, though, if they did.
Yeah.
I mean, feeding and watering them.
Thinking like $7,000. $7,000 a month.
But, you know, so I felt like crap Friday because of that stuff. It finally went away Saturday, and I felt really good the last 2 or 3 days. And it's just it's amazing that whenever you start cleansing your body like that, and so I'm going to try to do the carnivore for 6 months, which is going to put us right about the harvest time, and I'll be getting back in, and hopefully I can eat a lot of veggies and stuff at that point.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see how things go. I'm going to try to purge as much as possible and keep the preservatives and chemicals out of my body just to see what happens. You know, and I did once I quit eating the store-bought meat and some of the other stuff, the weight did start coming off a lot faster. You know.
Yeah, I marinated some stuff for him today and then did his dinner. You had eggs and lamb steak and that kind of thing. And he was like, he put it in the package, and I was like, well,
she fed me dog food.
You're packaging that awful thick. And he's like, oh, I'll eat it. No big deal. And so it wasn't labels, and it wasn't in the dog. It was not in the dog food pile. It was not.
All I'm saying is
that I cooked what I thought was your food.
It was all the. So I spent what, 2 hours, 3 hours yesterday?
More than that, probably. Yeah.
Cutting up meat, and I got dog food cut up a leg of lamb for the dogs. Our dogs are eating a lot better than some of y'all out there are.
They're getting fat too.
Well,
did you see Dolly? Dolly's gaining weight.
She's finally gaining weight like she's supposed to.
And Freya's slimming down.
That surprises me.
Yeah, she's slimming down.
She eats everything that doesn't move.
Yep.
You know, but we're trying to keep those two. Fancy's still eating kibble, but she gets 2 eggs with every meal, and then meat scraps and stuff like she got meat yesterday because there was so much cut off. I cut up 2 roasts and a leg of lamb and made dog food, a thing of lamb jerky, and then the meat.
Did you get that in the dehydrator?
It's in the dehydrator, and we have an Excalibur.
Excalibur, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what, guys.
Trays high.
If you're looking for a good quality dehydrator,
we've had that thing for years.
That Excalibur is head and shoulders above the Nesco ones.
Yeah.
And the knockoff Excalibur.
Grateful Hearts Ranch. Hello.
Let's see here. What's Tamara talking about?
Try 2 tablespoons of AC vinegar. They're talking about something. I'm not sure.
Well, that's some. You know, speaking of vinegar, I've been drinking. So water gets old quick, and I can't drink a lot of milk. I can't drink as much milk as I'd like to. So she made a bunch of vinegar, different flavored vinegars. And so I've been taking and putting ice in a glass, filling it up 2 fingers full of vinegar, and then filling the rest full of water and stirring it up. Makes a fantastic flavored drink. She made, what's the one? Marjoram?
Yeah, you said it wasn't labeled, and I went over there. I'm like, what the hell? Why isn't that labeled? That's the rose vinegar that I made at
is it?
SRF, yeah.
Well, it is delicious.
Yeah.
Too sweet to drink straight, but whenever you mix it with water, you don't water it down, it turns into a real good thing. And
it's really good for your heart too.
And it got me looking into it. And have you guys ever heard of something called a ginger bug? You start the fermentation of the ginger in a thing, and it acts like a starter, and you can use the water off it because it's got all the microbes in it. You can pour it into juices and stuff, and it will naturally carbonate it. So that's going to be my next thing. So Tiger's heard of it.
Hang on. Why did you take that off there? I was saving it.
Okay, go ahead.
So Starla, no, it doesn't matter. So our chickens, we got barnyard chickens, and I got Leghorns out there. I've got Californians. I've got, oh my gosh.
You got a bunch of mutts.
breast
that have
seeds.
Canadian.
Yeah, I got
Canadian
breast seeds. I
pheasants in
got
it.
partridge. I've got all of that. And this is our food. This is for us. And so if I was going to sell, I would do pure and then we would run the tractors. There's no need for us to do that at this point. We're going to try to get tractors done though right this year because I do want to do the American
Yeah,
Brumpies.
I need to get out there and get that done.
Yeah. So but you know, if you don't mind, depending on how many people you're feeding, go grab 2 of those barnyard chickens and throw them in the crock pot, right? So, you know, it just doesn't matter.
And one reason why we're not buying chicks for meat this year.
Well, 1, we can't get them.
Well, 2 was we were not pleased with the ones we got last year. And admittedly, I think I said it last week. Admittedly, I let them go a little too long.
We'll do the American
but
Brumby.
the skins were tough and the meat was tough.
We let it be dog food.
Yeah. Yeah. Tiger says make switchel with the ginger bug. I've made switchel before, but I've never done it with a bug. So and I don't know about you guys. I like carbonated drinks, and the ones you get from the store are terrible for you. Even the ones that don't have sugar in them, they're using stevia or something, are not the best.
Well, you know, it's actually the carbonation, right? So carbonation expands your stomach and you'll eat more. You get more hungry, more space to take up.
I just like the taste of it carbonated.
I'm just saying. So
Starla says that she thinks someday water is going to be currency. Probably.
It is now.
It is place.
It is now. Colorado.
Skeens does. She rarely drinks anything for that matter.
Well,
yeah. I'm gonna call bullshit.
You call him bullshit? Is that what you did?
That Skeens doesn't like carbonated drinks.
She does not.
I will attest to that.
She does not drink carbonated drinks.
Tiger's making kombucha right now.
Yeah, you were making that last week. She's getting close.
I said it, I like kombucha, but there's too much sugar in it, and I enjoy it too much.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. There's sugar in the vinegar, so
yeah,
that break your heart?
No, not as much.
Are you kidding me? I've got quarts and half gallons over there.
Tamber likes kefir. I have never
let him dream.
I have never had kefir. I worked with a lady.
Milkmaid makes kefir.
I worked with a lady that was from Croatia or Serbia, and she raved about it, and I never could just bring myself to do it.
Randy, I agree with you, Randy. Diet Coke and beer. That's terrible. I get it.
Rosie likes. I love some good ginger ale. That's why I want to start doing ginger beer at home.
Well, you got the equipment, so
I got research recipes for Coke flavor, Mountain Dew. Oh, she got recipes for both those flavors.
Huh.
Let's see. Okay. So, we have anything else that's been interesting around here?
Oh my gosh, there's so much. I know we left stuff out. We've been so busy because we got off last week and I was like, oh, I totally forgot to say blah, blah, blah.
We had a community meeting on Saturday, which was interesting. I had to leave early.
Yeah.
I had to leave early to put animals away.
Yeah.
But some things are moving. We're moving in the right direction. I don't want to really talk about it, but it's all good. It's all good, and hopefully we'll be able to help people in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then check this out, guys. The tribe I work for hired a food sovereignty director, and she's going to be in charge of all the programs that they are putting together so that the tribe has food sovereignty. And I sat down.
Who's that?
It's Melinda, the kombucha chick.
Get out. Yeah. Really?
I sat down and talked to her for about 10 minutes today about stuff. And I found out some of the things they're talking about doing from the construction manager. And then I sat down and talked to her. And it's a great opportunity to change this area. Combine them doing that.
Tiger, you're so late. Yeah. Like, no brace. I'm good. I don't have, as long as there's not a fall risk, I don't have to have it on.
But yeah, so we could change this whole county if the tribe does it properly and we do it properly and we combine forces.
I think it's going to be great.
We could
if we can build that. Yeah, I think it's going to be great. So, oh crap! That would you? I gotta call Sherry. I gotta let her know.
Okay.
So remind me of that. So we do
call Sherry.
Yes. Later.
Okay.
So yeah, we usually do like a what would you call that? It's not really a yard sale, but
They call it a garage sale.
Yeah, but it's really not. And
Flea
then
market.
I take goods and that kind of stuff out and everybody buys it. I'm not sure what I guess I could take personal orders, but they do better if I have it made. I don't know. I'm back and forth. Maybe I just need to talk to Sherry. Maybe I just take baked goods out there.
Okay.
Bread, that kind of
something
thing.
you can take in the truck because we don't have a trailer.
No, yeah. So maybe baked goods and that kind
Talk
of
to
thing.
him.
Yeah. I won't need, yeah, I'll talk to her because I won't need 3 tables for that because I have to bake everything that night. So we'll see.
Stealth mode collar.
Ooh, what?
Zeg says you're wearing a stealth mode collar.
Yeah. Problem is stealth mode cripples me the next day.
Starla's down in Texas, so it's someplace down there.
What's she doing?
Though they're pre-evacuating a town.
Oh.
Down there because of a fire.
Ooh.
For those that like documentaries, look up Roots So Deep, Google search.
$10 for 4 episodes.
About an hour each. I've been watched it one night. Okay.
He won't pay for nothing,
Yeah,
so we won't be watching it.
I won't pay for anything. Sorry, guys.
Somebody sent it to us. But yeah,
hey, look,
I didn't want to throw you under the bus.
We do not have the disposable income like we had 3 years ago. It's just plain and simple. We just don't have it.
Not a real estate agent anymore. Although
that, and I took a big pay cut.
Yeah, although I've been kind of thinking maybe I need to go back, but we'll see. I don't know. You want me to take care of the birds?
Do you want to
think they're all in? No, I'm just
not yet. It's not
trying to wonder if they're all. You want me to check real quick?
Go ahead. And
check at the window. Oh,
so that's about it from the homestead. The weather gets nicer and it becomes
snow tomorrow.
They're
47 degrees.
They're threatening a possibility of snow, which I don't think it's going to happen.
They're all in, baby. You want me to put them away?
You can. Well, there you go. He said, watch the movie at a community building as a group.
Who's paying for it?
We might be able to pull that off. They watched. What'd they watch? The Joe Salatin. The Joe Salatin.
Joel Salatin
documentary that was on Angel Studios.
Oh, so is it by No, he said you had to pay for the 4 episodes.
Tiger says they took the snow out of the forecast.
Do what?
Tiger says they took snow out of the forecast from Missouri. I don't know what it's like.
No, I think I saw that too. I think she's right.
All I know is that there's a wind advisory tomorrow. We're not supposed to burn.
Well, I'm pretty sure she's right, but I don't know.
Okay, now you guys, very interesting. Local prepper was doing a video this morning, and he was talking about finding support in your where you are, but he never used the word community. And I popped into the chat. It was a premiere, so they had a live chat going. And I popped in and I pointed out, and you guys need to remember this, that just because you don't have a physical community around you, you're still building community. You do things like this, you become part of groups like on Freesteading or the Midwest Preparedness Discord. You become part of these online communities. You can't get as much support as you can being there physically, but you get more support than the people that are out there winging it on their own, right? Expecting a total stranger to help them get through something. So this is why we talk about what we talk about and why we do what we do. We have these these lives so that we can share what's going on and hopefully inform people, and people in our chat can inform us, and to just motivate people and let people know that they're not out there by themselves. All right. And I think it's going to become more and more important. All right. You guys want to talk about what's been going on in the country and the world this week? Well, I got all kinds of stuff I can talk about. Only if you guys want to, though. If you guys want to talk about the current events and want to hear my insane ramblings about stuff, go ahead and put a one in the chat, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what I can come up with. Do have a question. What do you guys liking the new walking videos? Weather's finally gotten nice. I got another one coming out tomorrow. Oh my gosh, Terminator's garden still is covered with 2 feet of snow. Man, I'd go nuts. Seriously. 2 feet. And it's not the snow necessarily, it's the mess it creates when it melts and everything's muddy. That's what drives me nuts nowadays. Okay, well let's talk about what's going on. First thing, did you guys hear that the Doge staff tried to go into the US, what is it? It's USIP. It's International Peace, Institute of Peace, United States Institute of Peace. They had to get armed police to go in and tell the federal workers to let them in. They were blockading them from going in and installing the new president, or the new director that President Trump said that they needed. So we're to the point now. We're to the point now to where federal employees are almost in open rebellion. I mean, they backed down whenever the police showed up, but there's going to come a time when they're going to refuse, and people are going to get arrested. And I'm going to say it. You guys take it for what it's worth. One thing about leftists, whenever they don't get their way, they get very angry and they get very violent. All right. And I'm telling you from personal experience that most of the people, excluding the military, that work in the federal government are leftists. All right. They are not, they're not friends of our America. I was going to say my America because I didn't want to assume what your America was, but I'm going to assume that if you're in here listening to us, that your America is the same as my America. But they're not fans of our America. And yeah, Hogs, what's the left say? If you don't have anything to hide, you shouldn't be worried about getting searched, having your rights violated by the police. I'm sorry. It number one, that doesn't work. Number one, it's a violation. No rights are being violated, no matter what these knuckleheads are saying. Doge is it's weird. This is the weirdest thing. I started thinking about this the other day. The Democrat Party. Let's go through what they stand for now. They're pro-abortion. They are pro-war. They are pro-criminal. They are anti-fiscal transparency. They are anti-little kids with cancer. I mean, they proved that during the speech last week. What else they got going on that is like 180 degrees pro illegal aliens? Yep. What else they got? There's a whole list. The list I saw was about 50 things. But it's crazy because they're sitting at 29% approval rate, which is the lowest the Democrat Party's ever had, apparently. They're sitting at that, and their takeaway is the American people just want us to fight harder. Oh yeah, they're anti-woman. They're anti-woman now with the whole trans movement. And quite frankly, ladies, and I'm going to call you ladies. Quite frankly, ladies, that movement right there should offend you to no end, because they've literally reduced womanhood to a costume. That's what they're doing. They've reduced it to a costume, and they have said that every single woman out there is only worth how she dresses and the makeup she puts on. Seriously. You know, pro men and women's sport. Yeah.
Can't be true. I've been in interviews.
It's odd. They want unlimited diversity while also wanting everything to be illegal. Yeah. You know, they scream about an oppressive government, but their answer is more government. You know, there's a fantastic picture out there. It's a meme, and it's some liberal protesters, and there's a police officer standing about 5 feet away from him, and he's got one of those great big huge CS guns, and he's spraying him right in the face, and it's hitting him in the eyes, and they're like, meh. And the caption above the protesters is "wants more government," and the caption on the CS spray going into their face is "more government." And it's one of the funniest pictures I've ever seen. I have to find it. I'll see if I can't find it and post it. You know, but it's just it amazes me. You know, and then they did was it CNN? I think CNN did a poll this week. And you know who came out on top for the leader of the new Democrat Party? Take a walk.
I didn't think there was a leader. Schumer?
Mm-mm. Sandy Cortez, AOC. And it was weird so correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Tell me if I'm wrong here. If you take a poll, shouldn't the numbers add up to 100%? All right. I mean, that just makes sense. If you take a poll, then you've got 100%, and you break it down in the percentage of that 100%.
Yeah.
So this CNN poll had like 6 or 7 names, and the numbers only added up to like 46, 47%. And I'm like, so
how'd that happen?
If the top people make up 46%, then there was 54% of the people polled either said there was none, or there were so many other people that they talked about that they gave as an answer, right? And so it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing for them.
Well, I heard somebody, what was I listening to? Gosh, what's his name?
Rondo, it's got electrolytes.
Starts with the G, I think. And anyway, he was talking. He's starting to take up some of Dan Bongino's radio time, because poor Dan. Dan's fully in the government again, but missing him and his truth words. But yeah, so Guy, what's his last name? Benson. And so I was listening to Guy, and he'd made some comments about that and that kind of thing. There's no leadership right now in the Democratic Party. So I'm kind of surprised that you say there's a leader, because nobody at the very top is confident with what's going on.
They've got leaders, but you said the quiet part out loud. None of them are competent. You know, and they come up with, people don't like us because we're not fighting hard enough. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing.
Okay. Now, guys, we got to be fair here. We've got to be fair here. Everything is not hunky dory with the Trump administration right now.
No.
Pam Bondi is turning out to be
fantastic.
No.
Really?
She's not.
What?
She is.
I thought she was handling the deportations and that kind of
thing. Well, she's doing that, but the transparency that they crowed about, yeah, they're not. You know, they don't release, they don't often release records, but when they do release them, they don't.
Right? Which is why the Kennedy files and that kind of thing are coming out today.
Well, and then there was
they're kind of what is that?
Redacted.
No, redirecting attention to something else.
Well, yeah, you know, and they were concerned about Bondi, and then, you know, Amy Coney Barrett and John Roberts, disappointments. Hopefully they get somewhat back on track. You know, the craziness that's going on. I did the walking video yesterday about the judges, and You know, the guy that tried calling the planes back from going to El Salvador, they questioned using the Enemies Act of 1789 or 17.
Oh, that's why the UK came out today and said something.
Who cares what the Europeans say?
Well,
who cares?
Apparently,
Seriously.
it wasn't terrible because she was like, "You're going to cause an international disturbance if you don't take your own people back."
Well, Venezuela's not taking their gang members back. Period. That's why they're in El Salvador.
Yeah.
You know, but the Stephen Miller got why he went on CNN is beyond me. If you don't know who he is, he's a policy wonk. He got on CNN and explained the whole Enemy Agents Act, you know, and they're saying, well, we're not at war. Well, we haven't been at war with anybody since before Korea. All right, so the definitions have changed. Number two, one of the phrases in that act is hey, hush. Now they lost my train of thought. A predatory incursion by another country, and you know, everything that President Trump's doing on that front, to me, seems like it's legal. If not legal, it's morally right.
Gee, he's so bad. The last comment. Oh, I guess that was Joseph. Joseph did that. That's funny.
Let's see. Trump releases. Here's what they say. USA. Oh, did they finally?
Yeah, they were released today, and a lot of people will be commenting on them tomorrow. So a lot of people are doing their study tonight. So
zero cents.
Right.
Yeah, I see.
That's what I was laughing at. It was Joseph G.
You know, it's just, you know, the judiciary. Some of the judiciary is out of control, and Judge Roberts came out a couple of days ago and kind of talked a little smack back at Trump, you know, about how the judiciary is important for you know, keeping everything balanced and ruling on the law. But the problem is that these judges are going rogue, and they are not following. They are trying to dictate law instead of adjudicating it, which is two separate issues. You know, and I had a conversation years ago. Our money guy, back when we lived in Pleasant Hill, was friends with a federal judge in the district court in Kansas City. And he said they were sitting at dinner. Him and his wife and her and her husband were sitting at dinner one night, and this lady literally told him it's awesome being able to make law. Okay, judges don't make law, period. You know, and if Roberts does not, and the Supreme Court does not rein these people in, there's going to be problems. Seriously. Let's see here. Hang on.
I couldn't make sense of that.
Hey guys, if y'all believe in prayers, this one could use a bunch. A wildfire just broke out by the refinery. Just now we have 5 wildfires under 15 miles away. Yeah. Wow. Okay. There you go. You guys say a little prayer for people down in Starla's area to be safe. Those things can move fast. They can cause a lot of damage.
Yep.
Justice Roberts even did a hand slap. You know, so this is what we're facing. You know, and the left light's screaming about threats to democracy. I'm sorry, government transparency and shrinking the size of government and the size of government spending is not a threat to democracy. It's a threat to the government. Yeah. You know, and if it's a threat to the government, then our government is not running on the democratic model anymore. It's running on some other model that we call the beast or whatever you want to call it. And you know, Elon Musk is starving it. It's amazing. It's amazing how when they cut off USAID funding, that all the protesters quit showing up with pre-printed signs and matching T-shirts. They're all mismatched and with handmade signs. It's amazing.
I have a theory about that.
What's your theory?
So Pam Bondi actually came out and she said they're going to prosecute whoever is funding those riots and that kind of thing. And everybody said, oh, good. I'm glad, if she can do it and that kind of thing. And now it's changed. So I think they're still funded. I think it just looks different, right? So.
No, Hobbs finished up her statement.
What's that?
The Robert slapped the hand of the judge that tried stopping the deportations. So. Oh, what else? Oh, and then I think Starla asked last week about my thoughts on the deportation of the Muhammad Khalid. Did some reading on it, did some listening. Here's my take on it, and you may disagree with me. The rights enumerated in the Bill of Rights, Constitution, are universal human rights. Okay, Muhammad Khalid. Everybody else who's here on a visa are in this country as guests. Now, people are upset because they're not following the law. They're deporting this guy, censorship on this guy. Here's the deal: they're guests in our house. If they behave in a way that is not proper, then the United States has every right to boot them out of the country. In fact,
and they
don't even have to act improper. The United States can just say, we don't want you here.
But he was affiliated and did some stuff.
Yeah, I know.
With terrorism.
But this is my thought on deporting people like that.
Okay.
Because they can go have those rights in their home country. You cannot come into our house and break stuff and call people names and expect to have no repercussions.
Well, and I've heard a lot of people like, he shouldn't be deported. He's married to an American. They have children. You're taking a father away from the children. And my thing is, like, when they're doing that, they're training the children. They're multiplying. We don't want that.
Yeah. And I got into a big argument with a guy years ago. This is back after 9/11. He was adamant that the Constitution protects these people, and technically it enumerates the rights, but foreign aliens do not have the same rights as American citizens. They should not have the same rights. There's a birthright that comes attached to being born in America, right?
You got some anxiety going on. What's happening over there?
Do what?
Do you have some anxiety going on?
Oh, no, I'm just there. This is my fidget spinner, and it's keeping me from getting worked up.
Gotcha. Is it working?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But it bothers me. It bothers me that we put people that are not American citizens ahead of American citizens. Yeah. Being married with kids won't keep you out of prison. Deportation is no different. Absolutely.
I agree. Yep.
Absolutely. You're breaking up families. No, we aren't breaking up families. We're enforcing the law.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Take your kids with you.
If you don't want to be deported, come here legally.
Yeah. If
you don't want to go to prison,
don't do the crime.
Don't do prison stuff.
Right.
Now I can hear the argument. Somebody's going to go, well, what about the government that attacks the conservatives? Well, the difference is that especially, you look at the J6 people. The law was not followed when they arrested them. They made stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
The J6 prosecutions were Soviet style stuff, as far as I'm concerned. And it's very interesting. It's very interesting. President Trump came out yesterday and said that the pardon of the J6 committee people, in his opinion, was invalid because of the use of the auto pen. And it's coming out more and more that there was one of Biden's aides was making these decisions and signing his name.
Yep.
So how do we deal with that? I'm glad I don't have to make that decision.
Nope, Trump's gonna have to make that decision.
Yes, since the U.S. sucks so bad, take your wife and kids and head back to where you are a citizen. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the United States is Schrodinger's nation, country. You know, Schrodinger, the Schrodinger cat. So
don't know.
The cat's in a box, and you shut the box, you can't see the cat. You get no input. The cat dies.
It's terrible.
But is the cat really dead?
I don't know. Got to open the box.
It's still alive as far as you know.
Maybe.
Well, see, that's Schrodinger's cat. The United States is Schrodinger's country because it's the only country where simultaneously people despise it and travel 1,000 miles to enter it and become part of it. Seriously.
Okay.
Think about it. It exists in 2 states simultaneously.
Okay.
Is what the whole thought experiment is.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let's see here. Their goal is to take over the USA and get rid of all the infidels. Oh yeah.
And they've said it.
Well,
they've literally said it.
Okay, if we go down that path, I'm going to get in trouble. I will get us banned if we go down that path.
Don't go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, everybody has a right to believe what they want to believe. As far as I'm concerned, the problem comes whenever you start trying to physically impose your will upon other people through threat of death or actual death,
Well, and here's something, and I don't know, you stop me if I can't say it, but so I'm starting to interview and do that kind of thing, and I'm seeing things I really don't. Be
careful what you say, because if they stumble across our social media and they watch what you say,
then I'm just gonna stop.
You won't get hired.
Then I'll just stop.
Yeah,
there's a lot being shoved down our throat. You gotta take it.
But I'm here to tell you, I read the Quran, I read the Hadiths, I read several study guide type of books by Westerners about the Quran and Islam, and what the mainstream media tells us about Islam and jihad is a lie. It's a flat out lie. At best, it's omission. It's a lie by omission because they don't tell you the whole truth. And at the worst, it is a flat out lie. All right. And I'll leave it at that. Go read it yourself. Don't take my word for it. Go read it yourself. And I was over there. When I was in the Persian Gulf, the modern jihadi movement did not exist. All right. It was 1991, 92. And it was still in its infancy. All right. The only people that knew who Osama bin Laden was were the hardcore Middle East wonks. Everybody else had no idea who he was. Let's see here. It's the old adage, you're right. Your rights end where mine begin. Absolutely. Absolutely. So there's that. What else has gone on this week? What else do you guys want to talk about? I mean, there was so much stuff. So, I was reading an article. She made the comment earlier about maybe getting her real estate license again. I was reading an article that housing starts were up by, what was it? Almost 2%.
I thought you said more than that.
Anyway, so housing starts are up. So that means one of two things. That means either all the inventory is gone or unavailable, or people are just trying to spend money and get money into solid assets. Either way, it could be a good way or a bad thing. Seriously, Angela made the comment. Back when 3 years ago, when she was still doing real estate, BlackRock was buying up properties and then sitting on them in order to drive prices up. Trying to make the inventory of available housing lower.
Well, they leave them empty. Right?
Well, yeah, they buy them up and they leave them empty. Yeah. So that's what we may be looking at. There may not be housing that's available out there. And thank you, Anti. The problem with that is whenever they open them back up for rental or selling them, there's going to be a glut on the market, and it's going to crash the housing market. There's going to be too much inventory in housing can be a bad thing. Let's just put it that way. The other article I was reading was the USDA.gov released the food pricing outlook. And from January of last year to January of this year, at-home purchases like groceries and things like that were up 1.9%, and away from home, with your restaurants and the such, were up 3.7% over the year. January to February, it was relatively small, like 0.6 and 0.9. So they're not really sure. They're not really sure where the prices are going to go, to be honest with you. And this is one of the reasons why we talk about food independence, because we don't know. The future is so volatile right now. Did you put chickens away?
Yep.
It reminds me of talking about food. I don't want my chickens to become food for somebody else.
I put them away.
Something
I told
else.
you I wanted to go put them away.
But this is why we grow our food. And as I said, like my diet right now, everything that I'm eating is not off of our property. I'm getting it from other people too. So this is why we need to make connections with people around us. Even if you don't have a tight-knit community, find a CSA or something like that you can partake in.
I'm grabbing goats.
I don't have my.
Mine are right there if you want them.
Okay, hang on.
I can do it later. I just gotta grab goats.
She just handed me. Oh, that's what the story was. Hang on.
Yeah, the article. Yeah.
Let's see what William said first. Oh, don't I look good in her glasses? Oh my God, you're blind.
I'm blind.
Unsure of the spelling, but it's the fatwas from high-ranking clerics. Is the stuff that really goes into dark stuff, and that's what the radicals follow. Well, here's the deal. Okay, I will expand on that before I read this article. 8. And this is my belief, my understanding from reading both the Bible and the Quran.
Who's that? Are you?
The fundamental Christian will not wake up one day and
Babe, is that a new nipple? No.
The fundamental Christian will not wake up one day and decide to cut your head off in the name of their God. The fundamental Islamist, all it takes is one fiery sermon on a Friday night or Friday evening, and they can become a raging jihadi. And it's perfectly fine with their religion. And that's, oh, there it is. I'm a sexy beast. You know it. I need to get some, Leonard, I need to get some red Sally Jesse Raphael glasses if I want to be really sexy.
This is,
so this is my opinion. Okay. And people can disagree with me. I'm not going to play apologist, because I am not a apologist. Oh, look at that. Now Jody's laughing. Thanks, Jody. Appreciate the love, babe.
Can you take my glasses off, babe? I just had to make sure she got fed right.
Yeah. Okay. Check this out. So this one here, if you hold her upright, she will kick her head around. She gets bored and she won't eat, but you flip her back like that and she goes to town. I figured that out yesterday morning. Hush. Hey, hush. But, so you guys can disagree with me and think whatever you want of me. That's just
that's
leaking.
That's what I was telling you. It's leaking
not
from
leaking.
Down there.
So hold it up so the
that's not the air hole.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
How are you switching that? What are you doing
make sure
there?
it's pointing up.
It is.
But okay, so this article that she gave me, it's in the local paper, but basically the gist of the article is that we need to start inspecting our canners. No,
my kid's loud. Damn it!
But we need to start inspecting our canners and making sure that we've got spare parts for them, because the outlook for 2025 and 2026 is canners and the parts to make them work properly
may not be
available. A lot of them are made over. Actually, most of them are made overseas. you know,
All American is the only one, and a lot of people don't test them as far as your extension offices and that kind of thing.
Yeah, we found. I see. All the extension offices over on the Missouri side.
Not anymore.
Oh, not anymore. But they used to.
Mm-hmm.
Is she done eating?
No, she's fighting me. Yeah, no. You All Americans have to be sent back to the manufacturer now. You got to send them back. Send the article
For the gauges.
Mm-hmm.
That seems a little
Drass. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go. Can you actually drink it now?
She's getting milk
everywhere.
She's spitting milk out left and right.
I think it comes out too fast. No,
she's a little
done.
girl.
Yeah, she might be done.
You might be careful. She's got some yellow stuff hanging out.
I got go poop all over me. So,
but you know, so these are the things we need to start doing. There's other things that we need to start doing too. You know, we need to start looking at our equipment. The chainsaw problems I had this winter. You know, I stuck without a chainsaw. I had to borrow one from somebody. Skane says she doesn't use a gauges; she uses jiggler.
That's a Presto. So when you get to the All American does have a gauge.
Yeah, All American. So some of the bigger.
There's
some of the other ones. Yeah, and the Prestos are aluminum, where the All Americans are they're not cast iron, are they?
No,
they're not.
Are
they aluminum
steel, I
too?
think.
But they're thick aluminum.
No, I think they're stainless steel. I'm not sure.
If you will do the canning skeins, you can come have an All American canner. You got to go to Tamara's house and do all the canning. No, it's not a recall, Joseph G. It's just a cautionary article about the possibility of the stuff to make canners work and canners themselves not being available because of the international situation.
Well, and basically what they're saying is make sure that you check your jars too. Yeah, check your jars too. Are you done?
Stainless steel. That's what I was. Eating. That's the word I was looking for.
I told you that. And so, the stores, they're going to get so many jars and they may not be able to get them back in stock. So check your jars right now. Check all your parts and that kind of thing.
Starla mentioned this earlier, or was it HG? Somebody mentioned earlier about the I think it's HG, about the astronauts being home.
His belly's full, right? Yeah.
Is he full? Don't squeeze him too hard.
No,
pee.
Look at him.
No round belly.
He's full. Yeah, you're.
Here's what I find interesting about that whole situation. Number one, it came out that they were left up there for political reasons because the Biden administration did not want Elon Musk going up and bringing them down. Number two, did you guys look at the coverage comparison from last August to now about that? So a lot of the mainstream newspapers wrote articles to the effect, "Oh, these astronauts are stranded. There's no way for them to get down." And once President Trump came out and said they were stranded and Elon Musk was rescuing them, there were a ton of articles, NPR, CNN. Several of the other ones that no, the astronauts are not stranded. They are not being rescued.
I completely missed that. I don't even know what you're talking about. It's a real thing.
Yeah, they over the last 2 or 3 weeks they're saying that the astronauts were not stranded there.
Where are they stranded?
On the ISS, the space station. Skane says multiple Prestos with extra parts, but once you run out of gaskets, you're done.
Yeah.
Can't even make a BOMB out of it. But
what?
No, I'm just seeing what you're going to say about that.
No, I mean, I think I said it. Make sure you get everything now.
Tamara, modern canners will not do that.
What'd she say?
She's afraid that it's going to blow the roof off the house.
The
canners. That's why she doesn't use the pressure canner.
Oh yeah, no, you can do it now. Tamara, I'll get up here. I'll have you use them all the time. So
yeah, modern modern.
You get gravy juice on your ceiling. That's
Yeah,
about it.
which is impossible to remove.
Right? Who knew? We do now.
Yep. But most every good can. Actually, let me rephrase this.
No, so there was a policy actually that came out, and so there's
Okay.
a safety feature on all of the pressure canners. Maybe I need to do a video on this or something.
Now there is.
Yeah, now. So
The
if
old
you're using
1950 ones?
grandma, great grandma, that kind of thing, we actually want to test those outside. And we got to do that. There's actually a video of that. And I think what we do, chicken butchering or something like that next door.
Anti wants to know when you're going to do a RockPot cooking live.
Oh, I could do that.
Well, hold on. Well,
but that's a long time.
Yeah, that's like an 8-hour process.
Yeah,
maybe
if not more.
I'll figure it out.
I could do the start and you can just kind of put it together, maybe.
Well, you could do it, and then you could do a live of pulling it out and talking about the process.
I could do that. Yeah.
So.
I could do that. Anti, what you looking for? Let me know, and we'll figure it out around that. How about that?
Skeins doesn't know. I know that we've got a little over 1,000 jars that are unused in back, and probably.
Hey, what you saying? Stop it.
Probably that many full of food.
Why are you giving away numbers?
I'm not giving away numbers.
Yeah, just it.
Well, I'm going to freeze dry. I want to get a lot of the stuff out of jars and get it freeze dried because it stores much better and much longer and much smaller.
Tamara, do yourself a favor and get the largest one they have. You want the 41.5 quart, and that's what I got. Oh, did you get water on that?
Water on it.
And get that one, and that's 750. I think that's what it was going for years ago. It might be more now.
Hold on a second. You get one that big, and y'all have trouble moving it.
Well, I do. Tamara's not gonna. Tamara shovels around cattle. She'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
And so, and you figure things out too, right? You take the water to the canner instead of the canner to the water and that kind of thing. And or you get like what I had in Pleasant Hill. I hope Sarah's very happy with with my faucet over the stove. And I don't know, maybe Hacks will come in and put me one in.
Tiger's got a 921.
Yeah, get the bigger one. You'll be happy with it. You can do 2 levels and that kind of
You can do
thing.
half-gallon jars in the big one.
Yeah. I think you can in the medium one too.
Tamara says she's not a spring chicken anymore.
Well,
those things are heavy. You fill that full of water.
Heavy.
That's like 60, 70 pounds worth of water.
So especially with my Amish canner, Hacks was talking about, and you were talking about it too, putting in a faucet for me so I can open it up to drain the water
Right,
out.
and that's not a pressure canner.
No, it's a water bather.
Right.
Everybody knows that.
I want to make sure. Well, they were talking about pressure canners. I want to make sure everybody was on the same page.
Pressure canner cannot have a faucet, so you kind of need somebody who can lift. I don't know, what would you say, 35, 40 pounds?
Yeah.
Or more.
Well, you can always scoop it out too.
Yeah, true.
HG says the 41 quart is now $650 without taxes.
There you go. So now it's a little bit cheaper.
Well, yeah, it's shipping.
So
and
yeah. Okay. So, but it was $750. So now it's a little bit cheaper. Kind of makes me worry they're not Amish made. Kind of makes me wonder who's making them. But let's get beyond that. Grab that.
Oh.
And when they're in shortage around Christmas,
free shipping.
They'll give you $250 off. That's what I got. I paid $500 for mine. So
free shipping, everybody.
There you go.
There's the link, guys.
Yeah, there you
go. Skins is looking for a used one.
So I'll tell you this. So Indiana Mike, and you know who he is. Indiana Mike got one. A guy. God, what did he get into? Was it an insurance thing and like a truck flipped over or something like that? Had extra cargo and that kind of thing. Mike got one the same size as mine. I was pissed. Yes. All he had to do is buy a gauge. He's got one same size as mine, $50.
Well, we got all those sun ovens at like $35 a pop.
Not all of them now.
Well, it ended up being $75 a piece once we averaged.
I don't know. I'd have to go back through phone and
but still
receipts and that kind of thing. But yeah, don't stir that pot anymore.
Well, no, you're making the, you
The
find
$35 one was the thrift store in Colorado.
no,
and it wasn't a sun oven.
The first two that we bought on the online auction were $35 a piece. And then
ours. Yeah. And even when we did it for the community, it wasn't too bad because we ended up keeping 2 of those.
When we averaged everything together,
yeah,
it ended up being $75 a piece.
Something like that. Might have been less.
They're $85 or something like that.
Less or more, give or take. But
so yeah, get out there, look.
Yeah, Lynn's right. Estate sales, yeah,
estate
for sure.
sales.
Yeah.
If you're in the Kansas City area, oh gosh, what's the auction place? Equipbid auctions.
There's so much good stuff on Equipbid right now. I'm like dying.
Well, actually, Equipbid may be a nationwide thing.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
So if you can find Equipbid auctions in your area, you can get a lot of good stuff. Really inexpensive.
Restaurant quality, even.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have enough tile to tile our entire house. We have specific projects for that. Everybody's like, I think I'll take that box. Oh, maybe I need 2 more boxes. I'm like, nope. Got to get Scott and Nikki over here and get my bathroom in the main bathroom. I got to get that done.
Well, and HG, that all the stuff you're talking about there is part of just the basic maintenance and inspecting it to make sure it remains safe.
Yeah.
And functional.
Yeah. And if you're up here, I'm really good. And I've had people like Paula. I've had people call me and like, we just got mine and the lid's not closing all the way. And I get over there. Okay, we need olive oil. We got to do this. We got to do that. Oh, no. There's actually something wrong in the lid. So we've got to make sure we get that taken care of. But yeah, if you're in a decent mile or 2, maybe more,
look at Anti
around us.
Anti's on a roll tonight, man. He's finding all kinds of good stuff for people. So is that a nationwide site there, Anti?
Save that. Can you save it?
Yeah, it's in chat.
You don't save chat usually.
But we can go back and find it.
Okay.
I can't do it right now because I can't copy it. Well, I don't know. Can I? No, can't copy it. So yeah, there's deals to be had out there. I'll tell you who's a master of auctions. That's Tag.
Right.
That dude. Oh my gosh. If you're ever in the area and you get a chance to go to an auction with him, he finds the best deals on stuff. It's unbelievable.
Even on Amish buggies.
Yeah. You're gonna make me curse you out right here. I'm still bent out of shape.
That's Tag's fault, not mine.
No, Tag didn't twist your arm and force you to buy that.
He totally did.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, Anti says it's a nationwide site. But get out there and this goes to being modernly self-sufficient. We need to know what we're missing, what we need to fix the stuff that needs to be fixed, and we need to have the skills to do it. And getting the material and stockpiling the material is part of doing that. Now, if you're living in an apartment or a suburban lot, you're not going to have as much space to save materials as we do out here living on property.
Right.
But you can still do it. You can still do it within reason. I mean, there's certain things in an apartment that break all the time, and there's certain things in a house that break all the time, and it's not always 2x4s and sheetrock. All right. Sometimes it's the little things, the toilet flapper that doesn't work properly, or
are we ever going to get that fixed? And then we need to rent a snake that goes down further.
I'm just gonna hire some. I'm not sure it's
no. Dan thinks we can get a snake rented.
I think there's something wrong with the way it's set up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so there's always something. Skeins, yeah, the buggy is cool. I think Starla is wanting to buy that, so we'll see. Her and her daughter are talking about doing like parades and that kind of thing with it, which it would be really cool, but they got to get it like now. So it's not under shelter. So
it's called appropriate technology. Does what you need, but also is able to. I can't.
What? Do you want my glasses or you want me to read it? That's funny.
Be able to be ran and repaired with the skills and materials at hand. Absolutely.
I'm gonna go get my eyes checked.
Look,
and I'm gonna get another pair of glasses so I can share with G.
I've got my readers; they're in the room. I'm extremely tired tonight.
Yeah,
and when I get tired, my vision starts going. I had big power snake. Did the math; it paid for itself in 2 years.
Yeah. Don thinks we need 100-footer. So 100.
It's not 100 foot from the bathroom.
No, he asked me. Yeah, he asked me, but you can't rent anything longer, or you can't buy anything longer than 25. I don't remember, like 10, 15 is something.
I'll look into it. I'm sure the dude.
You got to rent it. Yeah, you got to rent it. 100 feet. You won't need all of it, but Dad thinks something's just stuck in there. So.
Well, I want to know why it's not affecting the rest of it, because there's only one clean out valve.
I don't know that I want to open that can of worms. I'm not going to lie, but let's hope renting a snake takes care of it. Yeah. So.
Just depends on how much it is. If it's $60 to rent it and $60 for a plumber, I'll have the plumber come out and do it.
Yeah, Starlight, your comments totally getting ignored. Yep. I got to go get new glasses. So he'll use the shipwreck glasses. That's what I call those, but I can't keep them on my head.
Harbor Freight.
Oh, Harbor Freight has them?
He called it Latino Freight.
They have it though?
That's not Latino, is it?
Labor
Freight.
So I'm guessing spell check probably corrected that, but Harbor Freight might have it. If they do, go grab one.
Just know you can't unsee what you find. That's right.
What did you do? That's what I gotta ask.
Talking about snake and the turlet.
Skank.
Oh, you're asking
Skank.
Skank?
The reason
you're asking
she made
her.
the comment.
Oh,
what did you do? She says she did nothing, so we'll see.
All I know, it was working until you left. That's all I know.
Most people, if they broke it, they fix it. So.
She started that just so everybody knows in chat. I did not mention names. I did not say anything until Skane started getting lippy. So she opened that can of worms and I just showed everybody.
What
she didn't do. Literally.
She didn't do shit. No, I don't know. She is something.
No, it's all good. It's an old house. I was afraid when I put it all back together from
that something would happen.
Yeah, I was afraid. I was actually pleasantly surprised that it lasted as long as it did before I felt like I needed to call a professional.
Problem is we got to get a professional in before June, second weekend of June.
I know. I gotta have money.
Jason are coming.
I gotta get caught up before I can spend money on stuff.
Oh, I know. So hopefully I'll have a job by April 2nd. We'll see what happens, but
Tiger has 3 sets of eyeglasses in her script, plus the extra year of contact lenses. I never could do contact lenses. I cannot do
contacts.
Yeah, here's the problem.
Stigmatism.
Here's the problem with glasses and me. Even if I get the anti-scratch, within 2 months, they're unusable. And going out and paying a ton of money, they get scratched up.
I'm laughing only because I think you're talking about me, but
no, it's me. They get scratched up, and because I can't wear them all the time. I'm nearsighted, so I don't need them long distance. And then you start working outside, you get all sweaty.
Tara must have Tamara must just saw me turn my neck. I did that no motion. I'm not supposed to do a no motion, and it hurt pretty bad over here. She's like, you better not do too much.
Yeah, Joseph, it's right next to the house. And the water's flowing.
Mm-hmm.
The water's flowing into the septic tank from every place else except for that bathroom.
Yeah, we're 2 years out before we totally have to. What's recommended to clear the septic, but
I'd like to get it done before 5 years.
Well, we're at 3.5 now. So if
maybe
you want it done,
get it done next fall.
Whatever you want.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to watch the news, and if it looks like the world's going to fall apart, we will get the septic tank pumped.
So we have 3 years to survive.
So we got 3 to 5 years
with a toilet
before we have to go in and dig it out by hand.
Let's just figure out how to use the compost toilet that's sitting in the L building.
Judy's asking if you need a painkiller. No,
I'm off that. Yeah, no, got off all that. No painkillers, no muscle relaxers. So, yeah.
No, I think we're good right now, Joseph. I mean, it's just I've got time, and I want to.
No, does he know how to do it?
Ask him, not me.
Joseph, do you know how to do it?
Are you a plumber? Do you have a long?
Let's interview right now. You got time? So if you got time, but I also know you're busy doing other things, and so
pledge spray.
Huh. What?
She says buff the scratches out with pledge spray. Well, I've got my readers that I bought last month that are scratched up already, so I'll try that, and I'll report back to you next weekend if it works. But,
yeah.
You know, it's just
oscillator.
I am hard on glasses.
When the fecal matter hits the oscillator.
So the sunglasses I have now.
I'm with the anti.
The sunglasses I have now, I got from the National Guard when I was working there in the DOD, and
now Jody's praying for me.
They're the only glasses that I've got that aren't scratched up. Everything else within 2 or 3 months has scratches, and by 6 months they're unreadable. You know, and it's spending that kind of money, and I'm dreading. I already lost one pair of the DOD glasses, so I'm on my second pair.
Well, are you on my pair?
Yeah, I'm on your pair and have been for the last year.
Damn it!
But
I thought I hid those.
I am terrified of having to pay $135 to get replacements for them.
Well, you're gonna have to replace mine
because they're the get a job.
I'm gonna hurt you right now.
Well, it's the only way.
You want a throat punch?
That's the only way. That's the only way we're
gonna just stick your head up and
the only way we're gonna get new glasses like that is if you got a job and I can save the money.
Or you go get a second job. I'm a woman.
I do have a second job.
Do you?
Yeah.
Go get a third.
I come here and
then go get a third. I'll play the lady guard. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm a housewife.
I don't participate in women's sports anymore, so I'm never doing dishes.
You don't.
Bullshit.
I literally have to rewash everything that you wash. Mm-hmm. I love you, but I do. So anyway, nobody needs to see this.
We use the Dollar General readers.
Yeah, but they're not $1 anymore.
No,
have you noticed that?
$7 for the ones that bought.
I know.
Starla's got a question for you.
Grumpy Acres Farm, do you know of any natural remedies? Oh gosh, now she's gonna get this, and you're going into chemo, so I'm not sure. The chemo is, I can't read it now. Can you move it down? Right, yeah, but that's smaller. Let me get over here. Past it. Oh, chemo is taking has now caused me to have alopecia. Oh yeah, girl. So alopecia. So if you're losing your hair, I mean that's kind of normal. There's something that's actually, and I can't remember what the name of it is. They show it on TV and that kind of thing. That actually works. but it's got turmeric, olive oil. You can do some vinegar in there.
Anything that she says is not medical advice, by the way.
Right.
It's for entertainment purposes only.
Sure. And then, yeah, there's a ton you can do. Just Uncle Google will take you straight to it.
Eat meat
because
and fat.
that's what I was worried about right here, and now I got baby hairs in here.
Castor oil works. Castor oil's and
yeah,
everything.
castor oil is fantastic.
But, okay, guys, we're at an hour and 45 minutes. It's been a great discussion. What, 3 weeks in a row they've been knocking it out of the park, haven't they?
Yeah, I don't know that we've gone this long though, so that's good.
Oh, we did. Well, 3 weeks ago we only went an hour because it was the speech night. But the last week and this week we're at an hour and 45 minutes.
Good deal.
Yeah. Let's see. Skane says.
I guess I miss Will Trent. Will Trent's on right now, and I love that.
Has a recipe for herbal hair growth.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So like somebody actually marketed that. And so I just can't remember the freaking name of it.
So here's what we're going to do, folks. Scanes, you get on the herbal hair remedy and take a picture when you start. And then by the time you come up here for Midwest Preparedness Festival, we'll do a before and after interview with you and see your long, luxurious hair.
Yeah, she's been through a lot. I don't think it's there, but I don't know. We'll figure something out. You come bald headed.
So
you don't
Jody's
care.
saying no veggies, no fruit. Stay away from that. You missed it. You missed it earlier,
carnivore.
Jody. I was telling everybody that I started back on carnivore, and since Wednesday of last week, the only store-bought stuff I've eaten is hard cheeses and condiments. But we found some good semi good ketchup and mustard. But I've been eating nothing but lamb and eggs and farm raised pig for the last almost a week now.
Yeah. So Starla, so girl, just lower it a bit. Like it's not a big deal. So I work in the house and he brings in a paycheck and I'm okay with that. I get frustrated when I'm at the sink or if I see something atrocious, but I've been known to fill up a sink too, so not a big deal.
You did it yesterday. That's why I quit doing dishes.
Yeah,
and
I saw that.
Started leaving dirty dishes in there.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Couldn't do anything.
Yeah, there's the thing here. Yeah, don't get mad at that. It's all good. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you're joking. Yeah, it's just one of those.
Listen, guys, it's tough having wide shoulders and carrying the weight of the farm on it. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
And some of my doctors are actually watching this. So.
Are they?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? She has not been following your directions. I'm just letting you know. She was out. She gardened the other day without her brace on. She went out and checked on chickens in the dark.
It wasn't dark.
It was falls. That's all I gotta say.
It was not fully dark. I'm gonna hurt you. Stop it.
Be mindful of your pH when doing carnivore and keto. Yeah.
She's figuring that one out.
I was running. And then I was having problems. Not problems. I was getting leg cramps, which means I wasn't getting enough sodium. And the pH. Drinking.
I've got tablets for that. I got magnesium. And
Jody's been on it for 46 days.
Yeah.
Last time I did it for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then
fell off.
Well, I fell off because of the festival season started, and you cannot eat doing as many festivals and much road tripping.
You can. You just like snacks, and so you can't carry those snacks in the truck and that kind of thing.
I didn't even have a beer yesterday. I was going to, but then
you did want one. 2 days ago?
Yeah, no, it was yesterday because yesterday was St. Patty's Day. But yeah, I didn't even have a beer on St. Patty's Day, which is not good. Well, it's good, but it's hard. There's gonna come a point.
I made
I know. She made corned beef.
I did.
which I'm not eating it because it's came from the store.
You don't have to, but I have to make bread tomorrow because now I'm like, I need sandwiches.
Oh, and you know what she did? You know what she did to me Sunday too? So we had that meeting and we took a bunch of white chocolate cookies and there were some left over that were broken and such. So she made chocolate covered
truffles,
white chocolate cookie truffles. And she had them right there on the island all day long. It smelled like cookies and fresh melted chocolate.
You have had the willpower of a monster. You're doing great.
I want to see how long I can go without eating anything that comes from like.
You want to go, not the cookies, right? So
no, if it's from the store, I don't want to eat it.
Okay.
I don't want to eat it, and I don't want anything.
You want everything from the farm.
And once I come off a carnivore, I don't want anything with refined sugar in it. Mm-hmm. So that means we're going to be buying a lot of sorghum, and
I'm doing pure cane sugar
and raw sugar,
mm-hmm.
or good quality brown sugar.
Then you need to learn how to cook because you're going to have to help me.
I've been cooking the past week. I'm eating my stuff.
His cooking sucks. I got so tired of smelling it. I made his dinner tonight. He comes in and was like, "That smells good. What is that?"
Oh, I forgot to take my lunch today, and I
knew he was starving.
You could have.
He called me. He's like, "Can you bring a snack? I'm over the hunger point. I really don't need one." I'm like, "I'll bring you one." He's like, "No, I'm over the hunger point. I don't need it." I'm like,
I would have smeared barbecue sauce on the back end of a dead horse and eating it when I got home. I was so hungry.
I knew this is the first day because usually he'll come home, change, you do chores, that kind of thing. And I was like, I better have dinner ready for him. And so I did dinner and that kind of thing. It was pretty good. Was it pretty good?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Lynn's saying document and do videos. It could turn into a documentary.
There you go.
Measure everything.
I'll measure
I don't
you.
measure.
I can measure you.
Well, he's talking everything, like the meals and everything.
I can measure the meals, but I think we was talking about like measure you. No. I can do it.
I'm down. I was down 11 pounds.
No, not just pounds. You got to do inches, right? So arms and that kind of thing.
Oh, I'm gonna freeze dry. I'm gonna freeze dry a couple of number 10 cans of corn so I can have the cans, and I'm gonna make prison barbells out of them like we had at boot camp. Remember the barbells at boot camp there, Lynn, that were coffee cans on metal pipes. Yeah. It's awesome. We're gonna do prison type stuff. Get a heavy bag and hang it out here, but it's gonna be a duffel bag full of. Oh, he's talking about weight, inches, weight, and blood pressure.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like we can do all your inches and that kind of thing. I noticed you're feeling good because you got a new t-shirt on.
I've had this for a year.
I've never seen it.
Because I always wear it as an undershirt, and I don't wear it. I don't wear it when I'm working because I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
Let's see. On carnivore, you will lose way more inches versus weight. Fat doesn't weigh much.
Right.
Oh, I was thinking it'd be kind of nice to get down to where I was when I came off of sea duty.
Oh, I'm like that.
I was stacked.
I know.
Came off. See, you're the only person.
So if you're going there, you need to let me know because I got to get down a little bit more.
It ain't gonna happen because I'm not 25 anymore.
Damn it!
And my body does not function.
Damn it!
I physically at this point in my life I cannot do the stuff I used to do.
Oh gosh, he was so stacked.
Hey, Greg.
I mean, he was stacked.
Well, 6 months on an aircraft carrier, floating around the Persian Gulf, 12 days of liberty in 6 months. All we had to do was do PT, lift weights, and stand duty.
Oh, I know.
And we were actually lifting weights while we were on duty too. And I had 17-inch biceps at one point.
He was stacked. Like not that overly muscle guy that you're intimidated by.
But I still had love handles.
It's okay.
I was
only I know that. You don't have to tell anybody.
No, the Marine Corps knew it too because I got in trouble for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm the only person that I know of that was at 12% body fat and still had love handles.
I was just thinking, if we're going back to our 20s, I'm like, okay, let's do it. I'll do it with you.
I said I'd
Is
like
that where we're going?
I'd like to get there. I just don't know if I can get there. Well, Greg, you made it. We went a little extra long, so you made it in. Now it's time to say goodnight to everybody. Now we've been at this for almost 2 hours. I've got to pull milk out of the freeze dryer and get it packaged tonight.
I put that on for another 24 hours if you want to get it done tomorrow.
It's costing electricity.
Okay. All right.
We got an hour before.
But it's still cheaper than what we get.
Let's see here. So. It just really helped morale when it stalls. No, I got it. I got it. Seriously, I'm so tired. I'm starting to go cross-eyed. That's how I've been awake. I've been awake since 2:30 this morning.
Why?
Because I'm 58 years old and I can't sleep more than 5 or 6 hours.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's a metabolical thing, and I'm trying to fix it. But
I don't want to be 58 years old and only be able to sleep for 2 hours. You know what I think it was?
What?
I think it was I wasn't feeling good. I got off physical therapy. I got in the chair and I fell asleep like I usually do, like 6:37. I'm like out. And I remember you saying something. Why don't you go in the bedroom and watch TV? And you had your laptop going.
She took over.
Comfortable.
She took over the only TV with the Roku on it, and I wanted to watch a certain movie that was only available on Tubi. And
why didn't you say something?
Because I didn't want to start a fight. I did not want to start a fight. I would have
watched it with you. I kid you not.
No, you would not have.
Why is it bad?
It's not the type of movie you like.
What is it?
Number one, it was anime. Number two, it was rather violent.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't have watched it, but thank you. So, I slept pretty good. So then I slept till 10 this morning.
I was asleep at 8:30 last night, so that's what the problem is.
That's why. Okay.
So all right, guys, listen. Seriously, we're going on 2 hours. I got stuff I got to do before I hit the rack. Thanks for showing up tonight. If you're new to the channel and you made it this far, think about subscribing. Come join us. You can see the lives. Lives have been pretty good recently, and they're usually really good and a lot of information. I apologize for everybody. I did not prepare like I normally do.
Give everybody some spring. Grab the sunflower over there for the kiddo, and let's show that. Just get everybody excited about it. Y'all just got to get excited about that. Spring is here. And I want to show you, this came up and G and I, oh yeah. Oh, did you see that? Look at that. Roots at the bottom. Look at this. So
you're showing on the back of the label.
No, I'm not. So not one, but 2 sprouts. And we should have some more in there. That's the mammoth sunflower. And look at that.
I want some of those in the garden.
Roots under there. I'll plant you some. This is for grandbaby. I want
the giant Russians.
That's for grandbaby. It's so quick.
I want the giant Russians. I love those.
I've never seen those.
Those ones we had at Pleasant Hill. Got really tall and had the heads like this big.
Yeah, but I've never seen those. I thought those were the mammoth. That's why I keep buying those.
But anyway, well, you're welcome, Starla.
What's she said?
When we get off here, we're gonna say a prayer for you.
Yeah,
the people
down
there.
Yeah.
Gregory's preparing for a blizzard. See,
tired. All that snow was going up north.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
They're gonna get it. Yeah.
So take that little bit of spring and stick it in your pocket.
We're glad we shared with you.
And as you're going through next week, if the weather turns bad or something happens, just pull that little bit of spring out and think about it, because spring starts in 3 days.
2 days.
2 days. And it's going to be here. We're going to be hip deep in fresh grown plants and produce and canning and cooking and having food independence and being self-reliant.
Y'all better already had y'all better already had your potatoes planted.
Yeah, we don't have potatoes.
Well, we're not doing potatoes, so
okay.
Potatoes.
So what do What do you want to say to them before we go?
Oh, to sign off?
Yeah.
All right. Everyone, here's what I want you to do, and especially now that spring is coming, be at least 1% better today than you were tomorrow. Or be at least 1% better tomorrow than you were today.
I was going to say you're heading in the wrong direction.
Oh, I'm tired.
And stick around. I got a new commercial at the end of the video. I'm pretty proud of it. The production value went way up this time.
Really?
And you guys go out tomorrow and live a lifetime free. Okay. All right. Take care.
Y'all. Check out the Grumpy Acres Farm Bonfire Store, your go-to spot for gear that represents self-reliance, homesteading, and a little bit of attitude. Get your hands on official Grumpy Acres apparel in men's, women's, and kids' sizes, and show your support for the homesteading lifestyle. From bold designs that celebrate freedom and preparedness to witty sayings that bring a smile, each piece is made for those who live life on their own terms. Whether you're on the farm, at the market, or just out and about, there's a Grumpy Acres tee for you. This March, our featured tee is Stay Calm and Homestead On, the perfect reminder to stay steady and keep building your future. Grab yours today at the bonfire link in the description.